Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham and Sam Carlson. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an edge over your competition. If you want to be part of a movement that is taking digital marketers to new heights, this is for you. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. This is actually a special bonus episode for you guys. This is Phil Graham, and I wanted to deliver some extra value this week. I've been using 3 Facebook ad tricks or hacks, whatever you want to call them, that have been working extremely well. And I thought, you know what? I want to share that with our listeners. Our podcast is growing so nicely right now, and I just want to give more value to everybody just because I appreciate you guys listening, and I love helping people. So I thought I would just bust out a quick bonus episode and cover these 3 Facebook ad hacks that you guys can actually put into practice in your business. So this is going to be a really short episode. It's just me, and we're just going to dive right into it. Now, before we do, just want to remind you guys, we've got our free Facebook Ads Fundamentals course that you can get at myelitegift.com. So if you're a beginner, it'll teach you exactly how to create your first Facebook ad, how to do your audiences and stuff like that. We've got much more advanced courses that we sell, but the free course, it's free. We could sell it for like $500. It's completely free. So make sure and check that out if you haven't already. So let's jump into the 3 hacks that I want to share with you guys that you can put into practice. And before I tell you what they are, I just want to mention that I run ads not only for myself, but for a lot of clients in many different niches. And so we see a lot of data, we see a lot of different things, just plus just being involved in ads for a lot of years. You know, we've seen a lot over the years as well. So what I'm going to describe and teach you guys today is not theory at all. So this stuff has been working really well, but I do want to say that, as always, with anything in advertising, there's no magic bullet. There's no one thing that's going to work every time and in every situation. So you always want to test these things and everything else in a very smart way. Anybody who tells you different is lying to you, and you want to run the other way. Trust me. So that being said, let's jump into the 3 hacks. Facebook ad hack number 1. This is really cool, you guys. I do not see hardly anybody doing it. All right. The hack is to not use a headline in your ad. No headline, nothing. Blank. Make it blank. So first of all, this totally goes against conventional wisdom. I know. And by the way, I love copywriting. I've studied copywriting for 15 years. I've got books on nothing but headlines. I love headlines, and most of our ads do have headlines. But from time to time, we will run an ad with no headline. Now, why do you guys think that's effective? The reason why that can work really well is because when you're scrolling on your Facebook feed and you see, let's say there's an image and then there's text at the top, all right? Or it could be a video, either one, but typically an image and text, and there's no headline. You know what it's going to look like? It's going to look like a post from a friend instead of an ad. That can be really effective, you guys. That a lot of times gets more eyeballs on your content. People's guards are down, and it could work wonders for your results. So again, we don't do this with all ads. Most of our ads do have headlines, but we definitely do, as a test, run ads without headlines. And a lot of times they absolutely crush it because it looks native. It looks like a post instead of an ad. And anytime you do something that looks like a post that's meant to be there and it's not like a paid thing, that can be a very good thing for your results. The value's got to be there though. You know, if you just do like you don't have a headline and you're just going straight for the sale to a cold audience and just trying to jam something, you know, down somebody's throat and sell them something right away, you know, it's probably not going to work at all. So you got to be smart about the content and what you're saying. But that can work extremely well when you do it right. And I always want to remind you guys, you should be giving value in advance, especially on Facebook. So keep that in mind when you're doing ads. So that's hack number one, no headline at all. Leave that blank. It's going to look like a native post. It can work extremely well. I freaking love that one. All right, hack number two. I know you guys, some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but for the top of the funnel, which for us means cold traffic. Top of the funnel is cold traffic. Bottom of the funnel is warm traffic. People who already know who we are. Maybe they've seen an ad or a video or a website. Top of the funnel, completely cold traffic. So for the top of the funnel, the hack is to try an ad with absolutely no call to action, none. No opt-in, not even a link to click, nothing. I know, it sounds crazy. You might be thinking, what? No link? Are you crazy? We've tested this. When there's no link and you give some great value in the post, you got to give value. Like this would be like a value bomb where you're giving somebody a quick win, you're inspiring somebody, and you're literally like just giving an amazing piece of content in an ad. Okay, so it's got to be a valuable post. All right. And if there's no link at all, a lot of times what happens, the engagement skyrockets, more people see it. Sometimes your ad cost even goes down, not always, but sometimes. And your results can really like go up when you do it this way. So a couple things about this. Number one, like I said, you've got to have great content. Number two, there has to be a retargeting machine behind that ad to make it work. Because if you guys know anything about me, you know that I could give a crap about likes and engagement. I know people that can get thousands of likes that are poor, that they don't make any money. So likes don't mean anything. We don't do anything for, vanity metrics. That's meaningless. What we do want, though, is to get the attention and awareness from our target market and our ideal customers and clients. And this is a great way to do it. No call to action, pure value, 100%. By doing that, you're completely different than 99.9999% of everybody else out there. And then, like I said, though, you have to have a system on the back of that that smartly retargets those people with a link in the next ad. So obviously, like you're going to send them a link. It's a no-brainer, but it's not in that first ad at the top of the funnel. So first they see nothing but pure value. They don't even have to click anywhere. It's right there in the ad itself. Could be a video, could be text, either way. And then you have a machine behind all that. Like we create these systems and machines that follow that up in a smart way based on what they engaged with. And then we take them down the next step. And typically, a lot of times when we do that, start with no call to action, and then we retarget, the overall cost a lot of times ends up being lower for cost per acquisition or cost per call or cost per webinar attendee, etc. And again, not always. There are exceptions and we test it. So it's always important to test this stuff, but it can work extremely well. I can't emphasize enough, though, you guys have to have a good retargeting system behind that to make it work. And that's the smart way to market on Facebook. Now, most of our ads do have calls to action, even at the top of the funnel. But again, we will test this on a regular basis and try at least an ad here and there without one. And if it does really good, which a lot of times it does, we will, amplify it and put more money on it and grow it. So that is hack number two. All right. Lastly, hack number three is, and I don't really see people doing this either. People aren't doing any of these things very, very much. Very few people do this stuff. So it's really powerful. Hack number three is to combine your Facebook ads, your YouTube ads, and if you're doing them, Google ads. Used to be called AdWords. Now it's Google ads. Combine them all. So for example, let's say you're doing YouTube ads and you're getting awareness and you're pixeling people on YouTube, because you can retarget on YouTube and you can do all that stuff. You can create audiences on YouTube. So you create that awareness on YouTube very inexpensively And then you can make it so that when you do that, you then retarget those YouTube people on Facebook. You could do the same thing with Google Ads. So it all works together. A lot of times people operate in a vacuum where Facebook is only on Facebook and YouTube is only on YouTube, but you can make them all work together. In fact, that's like the best scenario, is to make them work together. I'm going to do a video on that in the future, because there's a very good system for combining YouTube and Facebook that I don't even think I've ever seen anybody talk about it. It's really powerful. But in the meantime, just realize that if you're doing any other ads besides Facebook, which you should be, you shouldn't just limit your stuff to Facebook, no matter what. You should be doing ads elsewhere. Then you can maximize that pixel, and you can follow up with people in different places based on the aggregated data from all three, from Facebook, YouTube, and Google. So I don't want to get into all the technical parts of that. Some of you guys will know how to do that. Some of you won't. Maybe we'll do a training on that someday in the future. But I just wanted to introduce the concept so you know that you don't operate in a vacuum and only do Facebook and nothing else. And that, yes, they can kind of talk to each other. You can maximize the effect and make everything better when you do it like this. So those are my 3 ad hacks for you guys. I hope you enjoy them. Definitely put them into practice. I would love to hear your feedback. Like, try no headline, try no call to action once at the top of the funnel. Pick one of these things to try, and then let me know how it goes. And you're probably going to come back with like some super good results, and maybe we'll have you on the show and I could interview you and talk to you a little bit about what you did and what the result was. That'd be kind of fun. We want to start getting more audience interaction in our shows, so that would be cool. Anyway, this was a short and sweet, episode where I just wanted to drop these Facebook ad hack value bombs, and hope it was helpful. We'll be back at our normal time next week with our normal show as well. And so I will talk to you guys then. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about us, please visit fbadspodcast.com.